I for Homes TV presents Selling Your House Today with Kathy Nelson and Tracy Nelson. And now, Kathy and Tracy.
Happy Friday and welcome to our show. Oh, I'm Kathy.
Yeah, and I'm Tracy, and we are a husband and wife real estate broker team with John L. Scott in Redmond, Washington.
And you're watching Selling Your House Today, a weekly webcast that happens every Friday at noon.
These shows are focused on getting you the information that you need in order to sell your house with confidence in this hot market.
And today's topic is staging a home.
A home? Really?
A home. No, a house.
Yeah, we want to stage a house because we don't want to feel like it's our home anymore.
Where the heart is, so it's the house.
And to help us with that, to help us understand what it's like to sell a house and depersonalize it, we have with us today Michelle Upshaw of Upshaw Interiors.
Welcome, Michelle. Thank you for being a guest on our show.
Thank you. Hi, Tracy and Kathy.
Hi.
Hi.
Well.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Michelle?
Yeah, I started Upshaw Interiors in 2013, and I love what I do. The company has given me the chance to combine my love of both interior design and real estate, and also to be able to help people the time that may be emotional or stressful for them. I love, so I love all the aspects of my job.
Well, that's cool.
And you are building too. You're building your business as of this today, right?
Yes, actually, after I leave you guys, I'll be going to interview for another designer position. So, yeah, it's exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A busy market too right now.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
I just realized that photo on the homepage. That's we were just talking about that photo a few moments ago.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah, I loved all the colors and the texture in that shot.
Absolutely.
It's a fun one.
Well, we'll come back to that, I'm sure, shortly. But right now, say I'm thinking about selling my house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
we're
not selling our house, but say I'm thinking about it. Why should I stage my house?
Sure, that's a good question. Well, staging is a great opportunity to help create an amazing first impression for your buyers. It's also a great chance for to have a visual marketing plan that is going to capture your audience in two different areas. One, I'm sure you guys know that 90% of your buyers are now looking at homes online. So staging helps, is able to show those photos or to make those photos stand out amongst the others, as well as staging can help create that all important first impression when they actually enter the home.
Yeah, that visual is everything, especially online. And then it gets you to the house. You want to get those people that are looking online to actually, walk into that house. And staging is a huge part of it.
Yeah, that's right. I tell that to brokers all the time that, between the staging and the photography, it's our job to get people to actually set up the appointment to come to the door. Once someone has invested some time and effort in something, they're more likely to continue down that path, right?
Absolutely.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, we walked into a couple of houses yesterday that certainly were not all that impressive.
Well, nothing was staged. And you see when you don't have something visual to see, you'll see the things around that are not as pretty. So the focal should be right, where it's pretty and happy and colorful, not where you might not have cleaned or it's old looking.
It makes me feel like I could live there.
Yeah.
Yes. Staging done correctly really helps highlight the home's best features and as well as downplay its not so greatest features.
Correct. Very
Absolutely.
nice.
Well, there must be quite a few of you stagers out there, right?
Yeah, there are. It's actually, I'm trying to remember what newspaper wrote that staging is actually, it's one of the fastest growing industries. And there are, yeah. And we know in Seattle, we're so lucky because we have this booming real estate market. It's been great. I actually just hired a new employee today, so I'm really excited about that. So maybe there'll be 2 big vans out there driving around.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, how do we choose the right home stager?
So I would say that there's a few things you want to look for when you're looking for a stager. First is you want to be able to see the quality of their work. Can they show you current MLS listings that they have up, or maybe they have some before and afters that they can show you? Second is I would definitely ask them, do they own or do they have access to furnishings and accessories that are appropriate for the price point of the home, for the demographics you're trying to attract to the home, and also for the home's particular architectural style. Another important thing you have is customer service. This person is going to be, for brokers like yourselves, this person is going to be an extension of the representation of your brand. And you want to make sure that the person you hire to partner with and represent you is going to provide exceptional customer service. How do they interact with your clients? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, that is so correct. And how you're saying that, how do you interact with our clients and tell them how to stage a home like this? Because their house is not looking like that when you come in, and you have to tell them, well, in order to sell your home, you've got to we'll get into more, but you are a huge part of selling the home.
We're looking at some of the photos on your website right now, and are these the ideas for these designs? They come from you?
Yeah, all these designs were done by me.
I love the blue. You have this turquoise blue and quite a few of the pictures,
thank you.
too, like this one at the beginning too.
Turquoise is a really fun color. It's been really popular in recent years. So a lot of the homes that I've gone into have some accent walls painted in this color, and I think it's a fun, popular color to bring throughout the rest of the home.
Does staging sometimes go to the extent of paint as well? You paint rooms to stage them?
One of the services I provide is color consulting. If the home needs to be updated prior to going on the market, yes, that's something I can definitely help with, choosing the correct colors.
So you get the colors and then the furniture and then all the other decorations to match?
Yeah, so, I mean, a vacant home obviously is a blank canvas, and we will bring in everything from the large furniture pieces to the art on the wall and the accessories. Sometimes if someone's going to be living in the home when they sell it, all we need to do is bring in a few key items to help paint a complete picture or to help draw attention to the specific areas of the home that we really want the buyers to focus on.
That's a good point. Let's talk about the de-personalization of going into that home when they're living in it.
Sure.
What do you have to do?
Sure. And this is one area where I think having a stager that has good customer service skills is especially important, because this, obviously, you want someone that has a tactful way to be able to tell someone.
This can get sensitive, can't
their
it?
suggestions. Exactly. And it's just selling a home is a stressful time, right? Mm-hmm. And the depersonalization step is definitely a time when people start to I think it starts to hit people. I'm selling my home. It's no longer my personal home, and it's someone else is going to be living there. That being said, I think there's a few key things for depersonalizing that I made a couple notes on here. Depersonalizing is so key to creating that emotional connection. One, you want it to feel like it can be theirs. And you want to reduce any chances of negative associations and increase the chances of a larger buying pool. You want to be able to appeal to the broadest market. So for example, if you have a home full of very feminine decor, a lot of men might not be comfortable in that home. Another example is that religious icons or even sometimes everyday objects can actually be offensive to some people. For example, we have on the east side a large East Indian demographic moving into the area, and so cowhide, which are a current decorating trend,
yes, they are
definitely something that I wouldn't want in a home that might be in a market where that demographic might be interested in buying.
Good point.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Wow. Any other tips there?
So one example actually of a home I worked on last week was there was a nice guest bedroom, beautifully set up, and a very large room and a nice traffic flow. But it was an area where there was mostly Asian buyers, and the bed was placed underneath a window, which for people that are interested in feng shui is very bad feng shui. So for that reason, we just rotated the bed to the other side of the wall.
Nice.
Are you a feng shui expert?
Oh, I definitely wouldn't be a feng shui expert. I think that true feng shui experts study for years, but I can, I do know a few of some of the universal themes. Yes, and the idea of creating flow of energy with using chi.
Yes, that's important.
Yeah, it all sounds. It can sound kind of complicated. So what are some of the general rules and tips that you can provide for home staging, just to make people feel a little bit less overwhelmed?
Sure. Well, maybe what if we talk about decluttering, say?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So a tip I use for decluttering in closets, I think it's really important to get everything off the floor. Just removing the items off the floor helps really visually expand a space. Another tip that I tell people for drawers and cupboards is to only leave the insides one row deep so that you don't have layer upon layer of items in the drawer or cupboard. That lets people see to the back of it and see how the space can be used. A third tip I have for kind of decluttering and organizing a home for sale is that each room should have a distinct purpose. And so you don't want to store objects, say pantry items or excess in a closet in the basement. You want each room to contain the items to help paint the picture of what that room is used for.
You could tell that when many of the homes go on the market, you see boxes in the garage and stuff. And I'm assuming most of those boxes are all the family photos. And is that like one of the first things you tell everybody too is, now these photos have to go?
They're beautiful
Sure.
photos, but
Yeah, I would say that's always the hardest. And it's always the first thing people know that they need to take down, but it's oddly enough, it's always the last thing they leave until I actually get there and tell them, okay, this has to come down. And that again plays to the fact that you want to create an emotional connection with your buyer. You want them to feel like the space is theirs and that they're stepping into something that is made for them.
yeah, we're looking at.
Yeah.
Can you see the picture we're looking at here?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it that? What's the feeling you're getting from this? What were you trying to? Can you talk about this photo a little bit?
Sure. So, and actually, this home, if you were to see the larger, the entire room of this home was kind of a Northwest modern design. It had a lot of Asian influence, and I would say that I wanted to, because all the walls were white and all the surfaces were very smooth, I wanted to create two things, or bring two things into the space. One was texture, and you can see that with the intricate pattern of the rug and the contrast it has against the smooth metal bowl.
Yeah,
the other thing
cool.
I wanted to bring into was color, and so obviously I used the bright artwork and the bright bases to really bring a lot of energy interest to a space that was otherwise a big open blank canvas.
It's really gorgeous, and it looks like somewhere where you'd want to hang out in.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Looks like an art studio.
That's gorgeous.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Well, this has been...
yeah, I mean, we could go on, and we'll probably have to have you back.
It's fun to talk about, huh?
It really is, because it's so important, too.
Well, just real quick, what's the biggest house you've staged? Without saying where it is and whose it was, but...
Biggest is in square feet?
Yeah, it's like the most impressive.
I would say I actually, earlier in the month, I'm going to guess it was close to a 6,000 square foot house, which is big. Pretty big. I didn't stage the entire house. We staged the main floor, the master suite, and as well as like a very large rec room.
Now, see, that's another point you do. You don't have to do the whole, like, if somebody's living there, of course, you would only bring in those pieces. But even if there's a whole house that is empty and vacant, you can bring in pieces too. You don't have to like fill the whole house, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I provide my clients with different options if they want to stage the entire home or just the key rooms, the rooms that the buyers are most excited about and interested in. I would say the main floor, the master bed and bath, and also rooms that may be an odd shape or may be confusing to buyers as to what they should be used for. Those are rooms that take high priority in being staged.
Yeah, that one office space, could it be a bedroom or whatever? Most of them are staged as offices, I've noticed, but they're always asking about that office space.
Yeah, exactly. I actually had a space that was a house that was just a little confusing in that there was no formal dining room, and we actually turned what I would have seen as the office into a formal dining room to show people how you could use that space.
Yeah, that's a very good point there. Mm-hmm. Nice. So why don't you tell everybody where we can all find you?
Yeah, so my website is upshawinteriors.com, and you can see examples of my work there as well as the services I offer. And I also have a Facebook page where I show all my before and afters, or some of my before and afters, and I give design tips, little tricks, and sometimes just my thoughts or ideas behind the rooms I've staged.
And where will we find you later today? You said, where are you going to be today?
Oh, I have a busy day today. I'm actually interviewing another gal. I will be in the warehouse. I had 3 houses come back last week that I now get to place all the items back on the shelves. That's the less glamorous part of it, is moving back everything back into the warehouse. And I will be taking down another house this evening and then doing a consultation tonight. So I have a full day ahead of me.
Wow. Hey, it's a busy market now. So thank you so much for being a part of our show today. And look for her van. Get on Facebook too and check out her photos. Put that van on there, because that's how I found you. And I think that is excellent marketing.
Okay, I appreciate the tip. Thank you so much, Kathy.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you all for, this is our second series. We had Buying Your Dream Home that just wrapped up, and now we have Selling Your House today. So Michelle was our first guest in our new series.
So have a great weekend, and don't forget to come back next Friday at noon. And
we'll see you then.
Yep. Bye-bye.